So, guys, I just was strolling through the social media timeline, looking at some latest Barcelona news, and you just see some of the regular stuff, training sessions and everything else. But a few minutes ago, this came into my timeline. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to Barça Universal, who are a very, very reliable source on social media, so they say, according to Sports, Barcelona and Raphinha have a verbal agreement to facilitate his exit from the club to Saudi Arabia if he wants to leave after the 2026 World Cup. Now, sometimes when you see these kind of news, these kind of links, you all of a sudden, you first of all, you give it the benefit of the doubt. You're like, nah, cap, not true, not gonna happen. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Barcelona get rid of one of our key players? But I have learned to never take anything this club or any news that comes out of this club for granted. So you know what? I am going to talk about this because let's just assume that there is truth to this. And according to a lot of the sources, apparently this agreement is actually true. This is an agreement between the club and the player where if he gets a good deal after the World Cup, let's say a life-changing deal for him, his family, basically the club can't get in his way, he can move to Saudi. Now, let me make this very clear. As a fan and as someone who's been watching this season, I'm telling you all right now, if we sell Raphinha, or if Raphinha gets sold next season, I want every single person involved with this club out. I want everyone involved out. And I know the election is next year, so by the time the 2026 World Cup, maybe Laporta won't even be around. But I don't care. I don't care because I'm telling you all right now, if Laporta is in charge by the World Cup and we sell Raphinha, I want Laporta gone. I want Deco gone. I want every single person who's involved in this deal gone. Because clearly, winning is a secondary emotion at this club. Winning is not as important as I thought it was in this club. Because I want to know, I really want to know what is running in the heads of the people running this club right now. That's what I want to know. Raphinha, a guy who for the past 2 seasons has been playing some of the best football of his career. A player who plays for the badge. He is the definition of play for the badge. Everything that as fans we've been screaming for these players to do. Play for the badge. Play like you mean it. Play like you want to play for Barcelona. Raphinha in this current squad embodies everything that we want. He is the truest of true leaders in this locker room. In a squad where basically players choose when they want to perform well and when they want to not turn up, he's always the guy that gives 100%. He may not always have a 10 out of 10 every game, but you can never accuse Raphinha of not giving it his all. And now I am seeing this news. And I'm telling you all right now, this for me shows that the club that I grew up supporting is slowly dying in front of my eyes. Because look at the squad that we currently have. Look at the players that we currently have in this current squad. How many players in this current squad should be the first players to be out of the door? We can literally be here and talk about all of them, but I honestly don't have the time to deal with any of those guys. There are players in this team that don't deserve to be here. There are players in this team that have completely served their purpose a long time ago. Raphinha ain't one of them. Raphinha is one of the few players who, when you look at where we want the club to go to, he has a right idea. He's the kind of player that you want to keep to do that job. And also, can we just talk about this? Hasn't this club learned anything from the Inigo Martinez deal? Hasn't this club learned anything from the Inigo Martinez deal? Inigo Martinez, our best defender last season. The guy who was basically the best defender for Hansi Flick. The player who Hansi Flick relied on more than any other player in the back. Constantly the whole of last season. Guess what? When he renewed his contract, we put it in his contract that if Saudi came in for him, if he was open to leaving, he can go. And guess how that worked out for us? Guess how that worked out for us? Have you seen our defense this season? I'm asking you guys in the comments. How many of you guys think that we would have loved to have had Inigo in this current back line? And once again, we're hearing the news. I mean, here's the funny thing. It doesn't state that he can go on a free. But even if he doesn't go on a free, I don't want to get rid of Raphinha. I'm sorry, but no. Raphinha is the only true leader in this team. He's the only guy that knows what it means to wear the badge here. And this club, this club, man, sometimes, bro, they just give us, the fans, unnecessary stress. Unnecessary, because there was no reason for this rumor to even be out. It shouldn't be. Like, you should be wanting to tie this guy down for a long time. Raphinha is going to be what? 30 next year? He's going to be what? 29 or 30 next year. The guy still has a lot of years to give at the top level. And look, I understand, man. Football is a very, very short sport. And at the end of the day, Raphinha, he's Brazilian, right? At the end of the day, he wants to do what is best for him and his family. And here's the thing. This verbal agreement that they have, if Saudi come for him in 2026 after the World Cup and they put a fat amount of cash on his way, I can't blame Raphinha for taking it. I can't blame him. At the end of the day, he knows football is a very, very short career. Sometimes you gotta think about yourself. You gotta think about yourself. You gotta think about your family. This is not on Raphinha. Raphinha making that, just like I didn't blame Inigo Martinez for taking the bag. Because the guy was 33 years old. This is the last big money move he could make for himself. But this is down to the club. The club should be thinking about what is best for the club. We should be looking at some of the players that are currently in this team. From Ter Stegen to Araujo. All the way to Ferran Torres and Lewandowski. Those players who need urgent replacements. But no. Here we are. We sit here almost at the January transfer window. Have we heard any rumors of any of these deadwood players leaving? Have we heard any news on Ter Stegen potentially leaving? Have we heard any news on Araujo potentially leaving? No. He's not even available because right now mentally he's not in it. Lewandowski, will he sign? Won't he sign? Will we even get a replacement next season? Like, I'm telling you guys right now, man. I look at what's happening at the club, and as much as Laporta has done a lot of good, we can't ignore some of the bad he does. Because this brother makes a lot of terrible decisions that I think fans are always quick to turn a blind eye on. And I'm telling you all right now, this Raphinha news could really backfire at the club. Because many people might look at this rumor and think, Baba Omar, you're just exaggerating. Come on, Raphinha plays for the badge. Raphinha wants to play here. Guys, don't underestimate the power of moolah. Don't underestimate the power of money. These Saudi people, they can literally change this brother's life. Like the money that they're trying to give to players like Vinny, what, you think they're not going to offer that to Raphinha? And do you think Raphinha is dumb enough to say no to that? No! Us putting this out there, us putting this clause in his contract is going to completely now open the eyes of every Saudi club. Now all Saudi clubs now know he's got it in his contract. So now they're all going to be plotting and they're going to give him the most money that they can give him. Because they have the money. So the only ones that are going to be the losers in the end is us. Because if we lose Raphinha, we are screwed next season. Because a lot of these bums are not going to leave. A lot of them. The dream is to get rid of all of them, but not all of them are going to leave. But this is not good enough. And the club needs to wake the hell up. This cannot run. Absolutely not. We cannot lose Raphinha anytime soon because he is one of the players who realistically can do the job and take us back to where we need to be, where we're supposed to be. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of this news. Absolutely ridiculous. But let me know in the comment section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And peace, you guys. Take care.